Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about RVNL Rail Vikas Nigam Limited. Is it worth buying at around 1920 rupees or is it an avoid? So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position to any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about Rail Vikas Nigam Limited, here's a small request that kindly support me on Patreon. Once you do that, it will help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions on a daily basis. Once you get the $10 membership, you will have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and a lot of podcasts that I put up every now and then about markets and stocks. For detailed company or market analysis, or you have a number of stocks with you, you can directly email me and we can work things out. The billing cycle of Patreon is from the first of every month, so kindly do it on the first or second of every month if you want to, otherwise you'll be billed twice. Now about the company, RVNL was established in 2003 and they work to build engineering works required by the Indian Railways, builds tracks, bridges and infra for rail transport. So rail infrastructure is under their gambit. Works as an extended arm of the Ministry of Railways, working for and on behalf of Ministry of Railways. So that's interesting. A typical PSU kind of a stock and a company. There's a long gestation period of orders. So once an order comes in, there's at least 2 to 3 quarters when it gets billed into you can say a profit or loss account. The market cap of the company is around 4500 crores. If you look at the numbers, and these are Q4 numbers, I haven't put in the Q1 numbers. It might have come in just recently, but the video was made, or the presentation was made earlier. Sales went up by 23.5% and there was a profit growth of 11% year on year. It is a virtually debt-free company and a government holding is similar to what it is in IRCTC. So they have a 87% holding in RVNL, and it looks like they'll divest some stake here to bring it to something like 75% or so. Return on equity is 15% and operating profit margin is around 5%, which is decent, not that bad. It is quite appreciable. If you look at the performance of the stock and the company, then the stock has been consolidating since the IPO. So IPO came out and after that there have been consolidation, and it fell sharply in February, March, fall off by about 40-50%. Fell around 62% from the highs of 29 in February and then recovered. So it's down around 40-45%. Numbers are decent, they are good, they are not bad at all. Has recovered 70%, as I said, from those low levels in Feb March. It has recovered quite smartly and has been consolidating now quite a bit. The problem with the stock is, probably I won't say a problem, but there's an overhang with the stock, and that is the government overhang. Government oriented or PSU companies don't do that well when you consider a long-term time horizon. So in that regard, I think that's why the stock languishes around these levels and doesn't go up sharply. Otherwise the numbers and return ratios are decent, not brilliant. There are many other private companies in different sectors who are doing much better, but even RVNL on their part, in terms of the industry that they are catering to, they are doing a good job. Return ratios are low. So as I explained, return ratios are low compared to the consumer domain, compared to other sectors in which return ratios are pretty high. You look at IT, consumer, etc. But in case of something like an RVNL or in this sector, the ratios are not that bad at all. If you look at the technicals of the stock, then major long-term support is around 16.5 or so. Right now it is trading at 19 to 19.5 rupees. A resistance zone is between 27 and 29. So there could be an up move towards 25-26 levels and then a retracement. The strong up move is expected only above 31, which is a strong resistance. Once it closes above 31 and goes up, that would be the best you can say buying opportunity at those levels. May have seen the major lows that we saw, I think 13, I think between 12 and 14, that were the low. 18, between 18 and 21 seems to be the levels that one can accumulate, but if you don't have it, kindly look at other companies in the sector, the large cap, a big company, or some other sectors as well. But it is looking much better on charts than it was, say, in March or so, 6 months back. So my call on the stock is that hold if you have it. If you have it, don't leave it even if you're losing 20-25%. I think there will be an up move in which you should get out. So exit when a big move comes into the stock, maybe during railway budget in Feb 6 months time, maybe before that. So you will probably, if you're down 20%, you will get your money back. I think around 24-25 is possible on the stock. But if you don't have it, then don't get into the stock. I feel IRCTC is a better bet at around 1300, 1400, but even till 1500 rupees. Over a 2-3 year time frame, IRCTC is a much better bet than RVNL, a more consumer oriented direct consumer play on this sector. This will take time to reach full potential, and I think this will only reach full potential once infrastructure in the railways gets started big time, and which is similar to infrastructure all across the board here in India. It is struggling, and that's why I believe that it is time to probably wait it out. Once things really normalize, even if you get it above 35-40, then we can look at it when things are really going good on the sector. So look for consumption stocks to buy. Again, IRCTC is a more of a consumer play. Then there are other consumer stocks, large cap, mid cap, small cap consumer stocks, which are directly indirectly related to consumer sector. So look at that and put only 5% of your investments in such stocks. So this was my video on RVNL. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get my videos straight away when I post it. Thanks a lot for watching.